All right, back for another beer review, and today I'm reviewing a beer that was sent to me by a good friend of mine and fellow beer tuber, Rod, over at Rod J BeerVentures. So thank you very much, Rod. Truly do appreciate it. I'll post a link in the description box to Rod's channel and the beer mail unboxing video I did of the beers he sent my way. So it was recently that he sent me a beer mail with 6 beers in it. And when I opened it and did the beer mail unboxing, this was the beer that I think may have been leaking. There was just a little bit of beer in the box. It didn't explode. There is still beer in here. So I wanted to get to this review right away, so I am. So the beer I'm reviewing today comes from Braxton Brewing Company. They're out of Covington, Kentucky, and this is their Breeders' Cup. So this is a golden ale that comes in at 5.2% alcohol by volume, 17 IBUs, and at the time of review, this beer is approximately 2 months old. So they have a little spiel here on the side about this beer. Once a year, the finest thoroughbreds. I don't know if I should read the entire thing, but it is brewed basically for the Breeders' Cup. It is the official beer of the Breeders' Cup in 2018, and they went with a golden ale. So the Breeders' Cup is obviously a thoroughbred race that I think happens every fall. And yeah, so this is the 2018 Breeders' Cup official beer, and it is a golden ale, and that's all I know about it. So let's get into this one. It says limited specialty release. I think the Breeders' Cup took place in early November this year, so the can-on date's about a month before that. Makes sense. Anyway, we'll see if this has carbonation, if the beer is okay and whatnot. It's a golden ale, so probably should figure out quite quickly if everything's okay. So it sounds like it has some carbonation to it, right? Sounds like it could be okay. Now, this is the first beer I'm reviewing from Braxton on the channel, and I didn't think it would be a golden ale, honestly. They do so many crazy beers, but I do have another beer from them that Rod sent, so a little bit of Dirty Glass Mafia. So yeah, that pours out like a golden ale. A very clear golden color to it, very filtered, about a finger and a half of a bright white head. Yeah, plays the role of what you want from this style. Let's get a nose. Yeah, a lot of biscuity, bready sweetness to the nose. Yeah, definitely a nice, like, bready, biscuity sweetness, but a little bit of, like, caramel in there as well. A slight earthy, hoppy spice note. Hoppy spice note. Yeah, hoppy spice note. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to it. Most golden ales, not a whole lot to begin with. Maybe a very faint, like, apple core presence. Yeah, this smells, for the style, it smells pretty damn good, so let's get into it. Cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Rod. Yeah, I would say this actually held up quite well. I do think this beer was leaking slightly. Maybe not. Maybe it was another beer. I checked all the other beers. They looked fine. But yeah, this is just a well-made golden ale. Nothing really to this one. Very crisp and clean and effervescent. Body is like larger side of medium body. Like I said, the mouthfeel crisp and clean. Very refreshing. There is sweeter bread notes to it, like a white bread character, a little bit of biscuit character as well. That apple core, I wouldn't say necessarily apple core, maybe just like a red apple in general, carrying over, pretty much omnipresent throughout the palate. Semi-dry finish, a slight bitterness there. It is a bit sweeter overall, but that dryness and that bitterness kind of cuts it and balances it out. A little bit of like a slightly spicy, earthy hop component too. Yeah, it's a well-made beer. Absolutely nothing wrong with this one. Golden ales aren't like my favorite style or anything, but I can appreciate a well-made one, and I feel this is well-made. So as far as rating goes, I'll give it 2 ratings. In the style, I'd say this is like a 4.425 for a golden ale. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think it kind of hits most of the marks when it comes to a golden ale. I imagine you're trying to sell this to you're the casual beer drinker at the Breeders' Cup, or someone who's going to pick it up because of the Breeders' Cup name. So I think, in terms of what, I guess, what you're going for and the audience that you're brewing this beer for, I think they hit the nail on the head for the most part. But like just for the golden ale style, I'd say 4.25. For my personal enjoyment, I give it a solid 3.5 out of 5. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. I don't detect any faults. And on top of that, it's very easy to drink and crisp, clean, refreshing, and like pretty much what you want from the style. So I enjoy it, but it's nothing that I'm going to fawn over or go crazy about because, again, the style is not my favorite. At the same time, I can appreciate that it's a well-made golden ale, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. So appreciate you sending this one to me, Rod. I really do appreciate it. I can't wait to get into the other Braxton Brewing Company beer. I think it's a Goes with Cranberry. So yeah, I'm into that one. And appreciate you guys stopping by for another beer review. Until the next one, cheers.